Without further ado, we got a great guy right here, Joe Kasper.
Joe Kasper.
What's up, buddy?
I want to hear all about it.
Great to see you, John.
Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Fire your diet.
Absolutely.
All right, man. Tell us about that.
Well, you know, this whole country is on this whole diet kick. And can I tell you what diet stands for?
What?
Depression, insecurity, emotional trauma. They don't work. And people want to be rescued. They want to try all these crazy diets because they want to lose weight, but they don't want to get healthy. It's my job to get people healthy one person at a time. So I'm the fire your diet guy.
I love it, man.
I like that.
Yeah.
And that's a website you have, right?
Yes, www.fireyourdiet.com.
I love it.
And it's a great, can I tell a story how I got the company name?
Yes, please.
Okay. Years ago, I met a gentleman by the name of Stephen Pollan. He's a recovering attorney. He wrote the book, Fire Your Boss.
Okay.
And I met him in his office, and my company was called something else. And I showed him I invented this food pyramid. And he goes, Joe, I think you should change the name of your company. And this is 2 years ago. And I go, I cannot do that. I go, I spend all this money, you know, on my website, on my company. He goes, Joe, I make $15 to $20 million a year. Shut up and listen. I said, yes, sir. And I called my web person. We changed everything, and I went with Fire Your Diet.
Nice.
And now it's never forgotten.
The food pyramid is on the back of your shirt.
Can I show it?
Yeah, I want
Yeah,
to
what do
see.
you
Like,
got?
just do like a quick little. See, Fire Your Diet. I love it. There's your food pyramid.
Yes.
So tell us. So you're an author. You have a book, and you're working on your second book.
Yes.
And tell us, what is the first book?
The first book is called Seam. It's actually in my little kit here. I could pop
Okay.
it out.
Yeah, pop it out for
What
us.
do you got there? You got money for me?
I got a kit.
See, that's why he carries his money now that he changed the name of his company.
Yeah,
So
that's
now
right.
He makes millions of dollars a year.
It's my little workbook.
All right, let's get a close-up on this.
It's a 22-minute workout. You give me 22 minutes, I'll give you your health.
Slow, effective exercise movement.
That's
Seam,
correct.
The name of the book.
And I'll kind
I
of explain that if I can.
Yeah, please.
A lot of times people, you know, they go into a weight room and they want to get strong and they're sitting there and they're doing all these sets and all this stuff and they're getting injured. And I said, you know what? Why don't people train one set to failure? My own mother was in the audience, trains this way, and she lost 35 pounds. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Wow. I need to get involved with this.
She fired her diet and she does the seam workout. And by Catherine, by doing
Yes.
resistance training really, really slow,
Yeah.
you can use all your muscle fibers, slow and fast twitch, and you're not going to get injured. That's the key.
That's the
Because
key.
people are doing all these things in weightlifting and they're hurt all the time. Look at pro athletes. They're always on the disabled list, right?
Yeah.
Always on, you know, NFL guys are always hurt. Why? Because they train so explosively, they damage their body. So I figured, let me do a workout that people can do twice a week, 22 minutes. You do it on 3 days rest in between. You get your body really strong. You decrease your chance for osteoporosis. And the bottom line, it works.
And it doesn't take any time, really.
Correct.
I mean, there's times I'm in the gym for an hour at a time. I'm obviously not doing something correct.
An hour?
Well, a little like half-hour cardio at the same time.
Well, you know what? I have a solution for that.
I can't wait to hear about it.
In your little briefcase or your suitcase, you could take this kit, which is the whole workout kit right here. Can everyone see that? You have
Yeah.
your workout ball. You have your travel pump to pump up the ball.
That's
you have
scary.
all your resistance bands. And you have your workbook, which I took out of here. It all fits in here. Your CD, which explains all the science and physiology of training. And as a bonus, if someone gets this kit, I have stuff on nutrition, on hormones, the history of obesity traced back to the late 1800s. It's all here. It's very simple. And you can get that by going to my website, www.fireyourdiet.com.
I love it.
Joe, this is great, but I love it.
And these are DVDs now. Can these be purchased?
Every
Amazon, online, they can be
you
purchased
can
anywhere?
call me at 877-347-7839.
And that's a disconnected number, so you can't use it.
Yeah, okay. Too busy eating.
Yeah.
Joe, this is great. 20-minute workout. Inside your body, what's going on? Joe Kasper. Great steps to health. Fire your doctor.
This is awesome.
This is the best. I love this.
Yeah, it's funny. I did this with a friend of mine who was a physician in Staten Island, actually. And we decided to put some information together about people on hormones, because a lot of people, men and women, have hormone imbalances. So we decided to put a great CD together with great information for people around the world called Fire Your Doctor. So if you follow all this information, folks, you won't have to be taking all these medicines, Lipitor, Synthroid, all these other things, blood pressure, Coumadin medicine. It's not needed. But a lot of us want to be victims. They want to take the medicine and the drugs. They don't need them.
Yeah, but don't majority of the time or half the time it does work and you do need it?
Says who?
I don't know.
Says who? If you do listen, just like I invented that food pyramid 2 years ago. Why? Because someone told me I couldn't do it. And if you follow what the government says, you're sure to be sick. Look in the hospitals, okay? The food in hospitals is pure garbage. People keep taking it. Look at this. Look at the food in the school systems. Is it good,
Garbage,
Johnny?
terrible.
It's terrible, right?
I mean, I lived off of cookies and milk back when we were in school.
I did too, and guess what? It wasn't good.
No.
In fact, milk. Can I talk about milk for a second?
Milk is bad for you.
Milk does a body bad. Absolutely
It does.
right,
it's
Catherine.
not good for you. It gives you phlegm. It gives you congestion.
Right.
And it makes your skin thick.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not healthy for you.
Can I give a little science on that?
Please.
In order for the body to absorb calcium, and folks, people take milk because they're told, well, if you drink a lot of milk, you're going to have strong muscles and bones. Well, guess what, folks? Strong muscles and bones, no milk. The only way for the body to absorb calcium is to have the mineral magnesium with it in a ratio of 2 to 1.
And also vitamin D?
Yes, but vitamin D is from the sun.
Okay.
So what happens is, if your body to absorb it, you have to have these ratios. Milk is 10 to 1, cheese is 28 to 1. How can your body absorb it? It's impossible.
Impossible.
And milk actually draws bone tissue away from the bones. So that's why people have osteoporosis. They don't need it.
So what's all the nonsense that with the commercials? It does your body good. You know, builds strong bones and muscles. You know, ain't that false advertisement?
Absolutely.
So what
It's
it-
about making money. It's all about money, the greed.
It's not about getting results.
No, absolutely not.
And this is guaranteed. This is
Guaranteed.
22 and
I state my reputation on it.
Okay.
100%. And I mean it from the bottom of my heart. This is what I do. This is my passion. This is my calling. You know, this is what happens when you have a lot of jobs and you get fired a lot like I did. You have to do a passion.
So I fire your diet.
Oh, yeah, fire everyone.
Now listen, what would you recommend everybody in the audience out there who's watching the show? Best foods or the best way to keep the protein and calcium and whatever you need, I guess, to stay healthy.
Well, you mentioned protein. Let me talk about that for a second. Folks, people always talk about eating a lot of protein. Guess what? You don't need as much protein as you think. And a lot of people take too much animal protein. If you do that, you're going to build up too much uric acid, and you're going to wind up with a lot of diseases. So lots of chicken and lots of red meat and stuff like that aren't the best for all people. And you see some of those guys who are really built, they're bodybuilders and stuff, they eat a lot of animal protein, they're not going to live very long. You ever see little old men around?
Yeah.
How many big old men you see? How many people 6'4", 250,
Yeah,
or 80 years
never,
old?
never, really.
They're dead.
You're right.
They're not here.
No, this is really interesting because I always do that like high protein, low carb, low sugar, and I'm
Why?
not-
Why?
Because I lose weight quickly, and then,
And then the
then
weight-
unfortunately I just gain it right back.
No,
all
the
the
weight
time.
finds you.
The weight
Because
finds
it
you.
always will.
Why is
So
that?
I need to come see you, and you need to
deserve
give me
it,
like
yeah.
a whole analysis of.
Absolutely. This is what I do. Listen, I speak around the world. I coach people on the telephone. I fly to their house.
Really?
This is what I do. Yeah, but my thing is this. I want you to be healthy and live a long, long time. So going back to the protein thing. So
Yeah.
if people are going to take animal protein, fish is a better choice than meat a lot of times because a fish is 86 degrees. That's their body temperature. Our body temperature is 98.6. So since it's lower, our body can absorb the protein a little better.
Okay.
Animals a lot of times are higher, they're 102 degrees, like chicken. So what happens is your body forms uric acid from all the excess body temperature from their bodies. I'm a big believer in getting blood tests, get lab results. Let's see what's going on in your body because you might have food allergies. So guess what? So maybe chicken's not the right answer. You might be allergic to it. Maybe certain, like a lot of people are allergic to wheat. They don't realize it. That might be another issue.
Right.
Let's find out what's going on instead of saying, let's pop a pill. Let's take the supplement because my friend said it's good.
Right.
Let's listen to the guy in the gym.
Now, what about over-the-counter vitamins and stuff like that? You recommend them or,
We do need supplementation. I have that on my food pyramid because the food source in this country is depleted. However, know what it's made out of. I'm a big believer in a lot of stuff that's green. The green foods are a better choice. But synthetic stuff, you buy it in the Walgreens, it's usually not that good.
what about like Centrum or like
Garbage.
one a day for the woman?
One a day should be no a day. You don't need it. You don't deserve it. Real food, vegetables, and fruit are your medicine.
Okay.
Think about this. If you start eating real food, maybe you can fire your doctor. Imagine being healthy. See, I always tell parents, they go, I want my kids to live a long time. I say, that's great. What about you? And they're overweight. Why? Because they're so worried about their kids. Parents out there, you are the role model for your children, whether you like it or not. It's not the athletes. So if you get healthy, if you start exercising, eating healthy, guess what? Your kids will feed off your energy.
So mainly
promise you.
everything is what you eat. So if you're eating a lot of greasy foods, a lot of bread, a lot of cheeses, obviously you're not going to be healthy.
Just because you have a great body doesn't mean you're healthy. That's another factor, too.
Got it. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and
It was
I'm
my
looking forward.
pleasure.
And fire your diet, and I'm going to come see you
Well,
because I need an evaluation. For
You
sure.
deserve
You
it.
need
Thank
a whole
you.
workover. Forget
Yeah,
about it.
okay.
Listen, you're going to sit here while we're going to bring up.
I'm gonna sit here.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
going
we're
to sit
gonna bring
down
up
with
the
me.
next
Possible.
guest.
Because I love you. That's why you're going to see it.
Johnny.